According to my readings, those creatures are actually humans.
That's
However, their
that.
DNA is severely mutated.
Shut these dudes down. If we don't, we'll forget about finding any survivors.
I have the ability to hack into most computer systems. Get to that thorium reactor, and I'll see what I can do. Let's check out that reactor. I'm sure we'll be able to use it to our advantage. Let's check out that reactor. I'm sure we'll be able to use it to our advantage. Let's check out that reactor. I'm sure we'll be able to use it to our advantage. Let's check out that reactor. I'm sure we'll be able to use it to our advantage. Excellent. I was able to reactivate the fissile materials. The reactor will overload and blow this entire base off the map, but we'll need to keep the mutants from disrupting the process.
I lost shield. Hey, I need help.
Our planet. This is the
The reactor is overloading. Keep it going.